hear the echo thunder down the hall. There's busy feet on a tiled floor. I never could sit through the wait. Feel the cold stare from the on-call desk. Arise, they haven't left me yet. I never could sit through the wait. Hear the radio signal dims. The world's hanging on by a single thread. They say tomorrow the sun's supposed to rise. If we're lucky, maybe it'll shine. I see the light from the chapel's on, and the sign, it says the chaplain's gone. It says you hang around, I'll be back here in a few. As if it was easy as that to hang a sign and forget. I don't think I could if I wanted to. And the radio signal dims. The world's hanging on by a single thread. They say tomorrow the sun's supposed to rise. If we're lucky, maybe it'll shine. I've got nothing to say. I've been lying to myself, you and everyone else. I'm not okay. Yeah, the radio signal dims, and the world's hanging on by a single thread. They say tomorrow the sun's supposed to rise. If we're lucky, maybe it'll shine. If we're lucky, maybe it'll shine. If we're lucky, then maybe it'll shine. Thank you very much. Happy, what is it, Tuesday? I've been on the road for 2.5 weeks. I got 2.5 weeks more. Being on the road's not different. Being on the road with a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old is a lot different. When you guys read the autobiography here in about 3 decades, half of it's going to be, oh my God, guess what happened in 2025? My name is Nick Andrew Staver. I'm out of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm very happy to be here. I love the state of Wyoming. I'm not making that up just because I'm here. I absolutely adore this state. I have so much fun when I'm here. So happy to be here. I play a metal guitar that has seen 40 degrees last week, 80 some odd degrees today. This thing is gonna make up its own mind today whether or not it wants to stay in tune, so I'm gonna do my best for it. That last song was called Maybe It'll Shine. This is the second song off that same album that song's on. This is called If I Had to Guess. If I had to guess, and I'm usually right, Maggie's sitting in the kitchen, burning a hole through the clock on the wall. If I had to guess, and I'm usually right, Maggie's cursing my name out loud for everything I did wrong. Wondering if tonight I'm upright, when or if I'll be home. I can like it or not, it's time to face it. This elephant's outgrown the room. These walls can talk, they've seen me at my best, but they ain't saying anything anytime soon. If I had to guess, Maggie would too. Yet if I had to guess, oh, tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, she's thinking about the morning, whether or not she should leave right now or stick around and fight it out one more time. Time to face it, this elephant's outgrown the room. These walls can talk, they've seen me at my best, but they ain't saying anything anytime soon. If I had to guess, Maggie wouldn't too. Yet if I had to guess, Maggie would too. All right, all right. Yet if I had to guess, thank y'all. My tiny little town of Shippensburg. It's about 30 minutes from Gettysburg, so we know all the Civil War history happened in Gettysburg. Shippensburg was so close to being the Gettysburg, though. There were some guys, they were near Duck Pond, some of the south, some of the north. I think there were some rocks thrown at one another, maybe some curse words were said, but then they all ran over the mountain and history happened. Shippensburg was so close to being the tourist town. We're not, so we missed out on that. It's kind of weird to say, but back in 2020 when I couldn't travel, I didn't have anything else to do. So I'm a big supporter of public libraries. So we went to the local public library, and we found a book on Shippensburg's involvement, my hometown's involvement in the Civil War. Basically, it was just a directory of who served. And there were a couple Stavers in there. So I started messaging my family, and we started putting together the family tree and finding out who's who. And my dad's side, they come from, they're all farmers, and every branch of that family tree is 10, 12 children. I got those two, and I'm going insane. I can't imagine having 10 or 12, but I guess you needed them to work on the farm. So there's one guy that had to have given up the family trade. There's just too many of them for all of them to keep as farmers, right? So one of them had to have given up the family trade and became a moonshiner instead. He's my favorite. So I wrote a song about him. Do y'all say Appalachian or Appalachian? Appalachian? See, everywhere I've been, it's been 50-50. But if you go across that Mason-Dixon line down into Maryland, and you get further south into Virginia and Kentucky, you better say Appalachian, or you'll get in trouble. This is called the Appalachian Moon.
I was born and bred in these spurs and hollows. My roots run deep in them hills. There's two things I was taught to abide. It's God, itself, and whiskey stills. God, itself, and whiskey stills. From dusk till dawn, they dot the treetops like stars spilled from a spoon. Them backwood road constellations to the heart of the Appalachian moon. To the heart of the Appalachian moon. Now every day I'm thankful for the land on which I provide for my kin. It's part of the job that I've introduced, a thieving soul to a bitter end. A thieving soul to a bitter end. In town there's a girl I've grown quite fond of, though I know I shouldn't. 'Cause I can't think to leave this mountain for the hand of a proper woman. For the hand of a proper woman, that's right. I was born and bred in these spurs and hollows. My family plot has some room. It's a whole dugout, it's waiting for me. Meet the light of the Appalachian moon. Meet the light of the Appalachian moon. Meet the light of the Appalachian moon. Thank you.
Handful of years ago, I think before they were born, my daughter might have been born, but we were out here on a little summer tour and we stopped in Laramie. We were hanging out. And there's an old story about Greg Allman writing the song Melissa. He had all the lyrics done, but he couldn't figure out the girl's name. He was trying every name in the book, and he couldn't figure it out. And then he was walking around in the grocery store one day and heard a mother yelling out to her daughter, "Melissa, Melissa!" And the light bulb went off, and he said, "That's it." And ends up writing $1 million song. I had a song. I needed a place. I didn't have a place for it. We were in Laramie, Wyoming, and it worked out perfect for it. And I love it This is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. I love them all. I have to. I'm supposed to. This is called Laramie.
Too young and restless, reckless and sentenced to a life of bad habits, and Daddy's last name. Well, I was too young and restless, reckless and sentenced to a life of bad habits, and Daddy's last name. Never good at much like he once was, and I had to hear it every day, every single day. I mean every single day. Till I grew tired of all the messing, how I was too rough around the edges, like father, like son. Been counting down the days till I turned 18 and reconsidered Laramie. So I tried college out of state, hoping to fix my ways. I spent a few years with Mama out east. Majored in brown liquor, powders and strains, till I dropped out dreaming rodeo dreams. These are my favorite kind of dreams. Last night I got a call from my sister saying Daddy's getting sicker. Can't keep up with the farm. Lost all his help and his money to fix it, and now he don't got time or the heart. No time or the heart. Yeah, no one's got the time or the heart. So I grew tired of all the messing, how I was too rough around the edges, like father, like son. One of these nights maybe I'll get clean and reconsider Laramie. So I grew tired of all the messing, how I was too rough around the edges, like father, like son. One of these nights maybe I'll get clean. Stop handing out the ammunition, redefine my disposition, reconsider the silence, reconsider the space between, and reconsider Laramie.
Thank you kindly, y'all. So music has given me the beautiful gift of being able to travel this country and become a sponge and just kind of soak up all the places that you've been and a little bit of the culture. And I grew up on the valleys of Pennsylvania, where I grew up on. Folk and country music is very popular, but my father listened to a lot of blues music. And then I got into jazz music whenever I was a teenager, going into my 20s, which was just a couple years ago, too. So my wife and I, before the kids were born, we were down in New Orleans. You're going to hear a lot about my wife. Usually she's not here when I tell these stories, so I'm a little nervous to tell these stories with her being here. So protect me. I might have to sleep at one of your houses tonight. Might get kicked out. So my wife, before our kids were born, we were in Montgomery, Alabama one night, And we had to get to Houston, Texas, but we had a day off in between. So we said, we've never been to New Orleans. Let's go to New Orleans and hang out. She said, but if we go, I want to book the hotel. I always get the cheapest place possible. As long as the door locks, maybe a little bit of hot water in the shower, I'm golden. Because we're usually out about, we're exploring. We're not actually there too much. I just wanted to get the cheapest place possible. She didn't want to have to drive around. So she says, I'm going to book us a nice bed and breakfast in the French Quarter. I said, go ahead. She books it. I hear a little laugh. She closes the laptop. I said, what was that laugh about? Oh, don't worry about that laugh. The next day we roll into New Orleans, and she says, why don't you go in and check us in? I'll help out the bellhop with the bags. I go inside. The lady behind the counter congratulates me for being on my honeymoon. I was not on my honeymoon. This was a very, very big surprise to me. And she says, I said, excuse me, what? She says, yeah, it says right here, honeymoon. It's in the notes section. When she was laughing about it, there was a little notes section on the website. She put, we were on our honeymoon. I'm not one for lying, y'all. But when she said, we've upgraded you to the honeymoon suite and we're giving you a free bottle of champagne, I said, you're damn right I'm on my honeymoon. I forgot. Now, the context of this was we were living in a very small apartment in Philadelphia at the time. In that apartment, you used to be able to take a shower, answer the front door, cook dinner, and watch TV all at the same time. It was smaller than this stage. This stage right now is an entire county to me compared to that apartment. The honeymoon suite, the bathroom was bigger than our apartment in Philadelphia, so we made out like kings. She got to have a good old time in the French Quarter and got her honeymoon suite. I got a song out of it. This is called the Toulouse Street Blues.
Wake up, Maggie, and set the stage. The curtains up on our honeymoon masquerade. Champagne in the morning, yeah, by mid-afternoon. You got the Toulouse Street Blues. Saunter down Bourbon and take a ride on to Maine. In Jackson Square, Louis calling out while the trombones swing. Soiree with the spirits and then deja vu. You got the Toulouse Street Blues. Toulouse Street Blues. Toulouse Street Blues. If I lose my heart here and my mind, coming back to New Orleans, yet I'll find my bride. Rest easy now, Mac. Fender Fair. It's bedtime, sweet baby, with a side of morning prayer. Scripture woes, 1 pound of voodoo. You got the Toulouse Street Blues. prescription was 1 pound of voodoo. Yes, you do. That's the Toulouse Street Blues. Toulouse, Toulouse Street Blues. Toulouse, Toulouse Street Blues. If I lose my heart here and my mind, I'm coming back from Mardi Gras, and I'll find my bride. Thank you.
You guys, does anybody know who Bessie Smith is? Bessie Smith, yeah? For those who don't, it's okay. Bessie is an old blues singer from like the 1920s era. That was back in the day before they had microphones, so she could just get out over the crowds and the clubs and the venues. But she was like, I think she was considered like the world's first female blues singing millionaire, something like that. But she ended up dying in poverty pretty much because her management kept her addicted to drugs and alcohol, and they just totally took all of her money from her. So there's a movie about her that came out a handful of years ago called Bessie, and Queen Latifah, she portrays Bessie. She does a wonderful job of it. It's a beautiful movie. I really wanted to watch this one night, so I came home from a show. I still had that post-show adrenaline going on, so I'm laying in bed. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock. I put the movie on, and there's a part in the movie where Queen Latifah, being Bessie, she comes home from a show and she goes upstairs. She walks into her house and it's just empty. Her family's left her. Life has finally caught up to her. She's worn out, she's tired, and it's a very somber moment. And she goes up to her bedroom and sits in front of her vanity and she removes all of her clothing. And Queen Latifah's just sitting there in front of her vanity, completely naked. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching this movie, and she's sitting there naked for 15 or 30 seconds. Then like 45 seconds goes by. She's still sitting there. After a minute, I'm like, man, what is the filmmaker trying to tell me right here? This is a very poignant part of the movie. She's just sitting there completely naked. She's pondering life. 2 minutes goes by, y'all. That's when I realized the Wi-Fi was buffering. And I just had a frozen Queen Latifah naked on my TV. I don't make these stories up. I don't make them up. But guess who wakes up? The wife. She wakes up. Of course, she looks at the TV, me, rolls her eyes, goes back to bed. The next day, we upgraded our internet service, and we've had no awkward moments in the household since then. The conversation at breakfast was something else the next day. I'm not doing too many cover songs on this tour, but there's something really cool about singing a song that's over 100 years old. I can only hope somebody will sing one of mine in 100 years. Maybe it'll be one of my kids, my grandkids maybe. This is called Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out.
Once I lived the life of a millionaire, spent all my money, did not have a care. Took all my friends out for mighty good times. Bought bootleg whiskey, champagne and wine. And then I began to fall so low. Lost all my good friends, had nowhere to go. If I get my hands on $1 again, well, I'm gonna hang on to it, to that old eagle grin, because Nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny. As for friends, well, you don't have any. When you finally get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be your long-lost friend. I said it straight, without any doubt, that nobody knows you when you're down and out. I say nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny. As for friends, well, you don't have any. When you finally get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be your long-lost friend. I said it straight, without any doubt, that nobody knows you. Yeah, nobody knows you. Lordy, nobody knows you when you're down and out.
Thank you. Hey, if y'all, before I forget, because I'm really bad at remembering these things, I am actually playing twice in town today. I'll be right around the corner at Square State Brewing tonight from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. I said I'm not doing too many cover songs. I might do a couple more there. We'll have some fun tonight. Swing by and see me. So my daughter has been playing softball this year, and there's been some learning curves. And some days were a little rough, some days were really good. But because of her hard work, at the beginning of the year, she could barely throw the ball from me to you guys. Now she's able to throw it there in the air and in a straight line, and she progressed really well. I'm very proud of her. And one thing that I would tell her, whenever things were getting tough, I said, honey, you can do hard things. You can do hard things. My son, who's 2, he's picking up on that. So one day I'm sitting down in my studio. I'm trying to send out an email. It's probably something to do. It might even been to Chad here about this gig. Something for the tour. It was really important. I had to get it out. And he picks up one of my harmonicas, and he blows into it. And he says, your turn, Daddy. Boop. Here, go. I'm going right back to my email. He blows in it. He gives it to me. Your turn, Daddy. Back and forth 3, 4, 5 times. Finally, I said, honey, I can't do that right now. He puts his hand on my arm and he says, Daddy, you can do hard things. And I said, I can do hard things. You're right. Except find the harmonica. I don't know where it went. I don't know what he did with it. It's in the house. I couldn't find it. So y'all don't get a harmonica solo for this song. But this is another one of mine that was on an old record, but I'm getting ready to re-record it. This is called Freer Now.
She sat across the table, an ocean between, ignoring the sound pouring from my heart like a broke-down symphony. Her stare cut through the silence from her death-black colored iris, and her hair set wildfire to my misery. A once broken wing shall regain the sky in a wild blue yonder burning above the pines. I might be missing quite a few feathers, but I'm freer now than I've ever been. I hit the road running. There's no turning back. With a red line screaming engine in a POS Cadillac, it just crossed the county line at the old covered bridge. I stopped and dropped her memory like an anchor in the cold and muddy depth. A once broken wing shall regain the sky in a wild blue yonder burning above the pines. I might be missing quite a few feathers, but I'm freer now than I've ever been. Oh, yeah. Well, into the world I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Well, into the world I go Now my folks back home, they wonder what became of me. I heard they took out a missing persons ad in obituary. Well, I'm headed west, chasing the sun. That road behind me like the ribbon of a cigarette. It's here, then it's gone. A once broken wing shall regain the sky in a wild blue yonder burning above the pines. Oh, I might be missing quite a few feathers. Yes, a once broken wing shall regain the sky in a wild blue yonder burning above the pines. Oh, I might be missing quite a few feathers, but I'm freer now than I've ever been. Well, into the world I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Well, into the world I go into the world I go.
Thank you very much, yo. Somewhere my singing teacher is cringing at the fact that I'm drinking coffee in the middle of a show, but she's not the one traveling a couple thousand miles. So, one more wife story. I met her. We just celebrated our 11th wedding anniversary a couple weeks ago here on the road. Thank you. And I'll just start the story off saying that I was tricked into this marriage. I was duped. We were both working in a restaurant. I was a cook and she was a server. And at the time we were kind of hanging out, but nothing serious. And one day her brother, who worked for a radio station, would give her concert tickets. He got tickets to concerts as a perk for working at the radio station. We have Hershey Park Stadium near us. Hershey, if you've ever eaten a piece of chocolate, you're from my neck of the woods. Hershey's a place where all the big acts, whenever they're touring around the country, come in and play. So she had tickets to a show, and she comes back into the kitchen and she says, "Hey, I got these tickets. Do you want to come to this concert with me tonight?" And like any good person, any good music listener, I said, "Who is it? Who's playing?" first. I needed to know who the band was. I wasn't just going to go out with her blindly, right? She said, "It's a band called the Black Crowes." I said, "Yes, absolutely. I'd love to go. The Black Crowes are one of my favorite bands." Now, this is before smartphones. I had an old flip phone. I couldn't get on the internet and double check all this. She comes and she picks me up. We go to Hershey Park. The sun's going down. It's a beautiful summer evening. We're flirting. We're falling in love. Early stages of a budding relationship. And the crowd roars as the opening band is coming out. Usually I'm in the stadium when the opening band comes out. We're out in the parking lot. I hear the first song playing. I'm thinking, I know this song from somewhere. What is this? And finally it comes to me. It's a song by a singer named Sarah Bareilles. And if you know anything about Sarah Bareilles and the Black Crowes, they would never share the stage together. There's not a universe that exists where Sarah Bareilles would open up for the Black Crowes. I said, "Can I see those tickets real quick?" She hands me the tickets, and it says Sarah Bareilles, Maroon 5, and the Counting Crows. We will fight to the grave that she said the Black Crowes. You go over there and you talk to her right now, she'll be adamant that she said the Counting Crows. I know she said the Black Crowes. She says that's what I wanted to hear. I don't know, I wasn't listening. But I know for sure she said the Black Crowes. I've been duped into this marriage. This is all a sham. So anyways, for our wedding anniversary, I knew we were going to be on the road. So our car is already packed to the gills. There was no room for buying presents. So I recorded a song that I wrote for her a while back and just released it. It's available on all the streaming platforms. This is called Orange and Earl.
Outside the snow is falling, just calling sick again. We don't need the money, someone will take your shift. Lock all the doors, turn the lights down low. A winter soundtrack outside, in my life inside on the radio. Lampposts litter the nighttime sky. Neighbors upstairs on their wedding night. Maybe one day we'll have a wedding of our own. 'Cause I know that there's a dream. It's out there waiting for you and me. It's waiting on the corner of Orange and Earl. It's waiting on the corner of anywhere. Just about anywhere. And by now the parking lots are a lonesome winter ocean. Cancel all your plans tomorrow. We don't need the commotion. You tell me all your secrets, and I'll tell you mine. We can play a game to find out which one of us is lying. Lampposts litter the nighttime sky. Little kids cursing, screaming, running by. Maybe one day we'll have some kids of our own. 'Cause I know that there's a dream. It's out there waiting for you and me. It's waiting on the corner of Orange and Earl. It's waiting on the corner of anywhere. Just about anywhere. I'm staring at the ceiling, imagine life in 20 years. Maybe I'll be sober, maybe we'll be happy. I don't see why we can't. 'Cause I know that there's a dream. It's out there waiting for you and me. It's waiting on the corner of Orange and Earl. It's waiting on the corner of anywhere. Just about anywhere. It's waiting on the corner of Orange and Earl. It's waiting on the corner of anywhere. Just about anywhere. Thank you. So I mentioned that my grandfather was a farmer. My daddy, he had a couple different jobs depending on the time of the season. In the summertime, he was a bricklayer and a carpenter. In the wintertime, he refereed college basketball, high school basketball, college basketball. And then throughout the year, he, as a full-time job, it was a bread truck delivery driver. And I don't know how my dad, it always seemed like he had more than 24 hours in a day. He would get up at like 3 a.m., go drive the truck all day, get home in the afternoon, somehow remodel our entire house, teach me how to play baseball, then go and referee a basketball game that was 3 hours away, turn around, come back, go to bed at like 1 a.m., get up at 3 a.m. and do it all over again. And my grandfather was the same way, just in the farming industry. And the one thing that I'm supremely glad that they gave to me is their work ethic. Very proud of that, and I wanted to write a song for them. So there's about 18 different versions of this song that ever existed. This is the one that finally came about that I'm glad that I put all that work into just writing the song to try to find the version that I felt was right. This is called Working Hands. Would rise every morning, get out to the fields by dawn. Pioneers, they plow the earth and rain, they rock-a-bye the seed and all the life it brings. Rock-a-bye the life it brings. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye the life it brings. My daddy laid brick every summer, hammer hammering nails in the heat. Pioneers, they earn through skill and sweat. 2 jobs, overtime, and an honest day's beat. They say the working hands do work. Yeah, working hands do bleed. Working hands, they work all day, 'cause they got mouths to feed. I said the working hands do work, yeah. Yeah, working hands do bleed. Working hands, they work all day, 'cause they got mouths to feed. Tireless ways, the pioneers in their song. The hand that guides the hammer, the plow and the pen. It's the same pioneer of my own that I've become. Yeah, of my own that I've become. Of my own, of my own, of my own that I've become. Working hands do work. Yeah, working hands do bleed. Working hands, oh, they work all day, 'cause they got mouths to feed. Help me out here if you can. I said working hands do work. Working hands do bleed. Working hands work all day, they got mouths to feed. Who now the working hands do the work now, child. Working hands do bleed. Working hands, Lord, they work all day, 'cause they got mouths to feed.
Town haunted? That was weird. Everything got louder, right? That wasn't just me? Interesting. Sorry in there, Erik. Thank you, though.
You better pack light. The burden that you carry, it's more enough to bear. We'll make it through the night. If you're willing to go where you never would dare, just breathe. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Lord, it's you and me, and the devil makes 3. Just breathe. Go on, take a deep breath. And then another. You can like it or not, we're in this stuff together. Just breathe. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just breathe. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Lord, it's you and me, and the devil makes three. Just breathe. Oh, it's you and me, and the devil makes three. Ain't we a sight to see? I say, ooh. Show him the keys. He's the only one gonna drive. Yeah, you show him the keys. Lord, he's the only one gonna drive. Lord, it's you and me, and the devil makes three. Yeah, breathe. Lord, it's you and me, and the devil makes three. Ain't we a sight to see, y'all? I say, ooh. Thank you. So I have a couple albums for sale. The one that's called Rust Don't Shine, it came out a couple years ago. I've played a handful of songs off of it so far. But what I did for that record was I wrote 20 songs. And then my friends and I who worked on the album together, we whittled them down to about 12 and we recorded those. And when you write 20 songs, you tend to write about a lot of different people. And I wrote a song about my wife that you heard earlier. That song did not make the record. I wrote a song for my daughter that did make the record. You can imagine my wife is still pretty mad about that. But I found myself over the years coming home from shows late at night. When my daughter was little, I'd go in her room and I would try to find her amongst all of her stuffies. I'd tuck her in and I'd say, I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. The song's called In the Morning. Well, I'm only as good as my word, and it's as strong as it's ever been. Yes, I'm only as good as my word, and it's as strong as it's ever been. Yes, I'm only as good as my word, and it's as strong as it's ever been. I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. In case the stars ever fall out the sky, I'ma leave on the light. In case the stars ever fall out the sky, I'ma leave on the light. In case the stars they ever fall out the sky. I'ma leave on the light. I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. Yes, there's so many ways I'm gonna need you in this life and the next. Yes, there's so many ways I'm gonna need you in this life and the next. Yes, there's so many ways I'm gonna need you, baby, in this life. In the next, I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. Yes, there's so many ways I'm gonna need you in this life, in the next. I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. I love you, honey. I'll see you in the morning. Yes, I will. Thank you. So where I'm from in Shippensburg, it's about, Shippensburg's roughly about 2.5 to 3 hours away from every city: Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, New York, Washington, D.C. We're all right in the middle. It's very easy to get from Shippensburg to Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia on any given weekend. So I do a lot of traveling, and a couple years ago I was in Leesburg, Virginia. I was playing at a winery that I normally play at, a little Sunday afternoon show. Typically it's outside on a little patio, but it was raining this day, so I had to play inside. And when I have to play inside, I have to bring the volume way down. It's a loud room, people just relaxing, drinking wine. So at some point, I felt like I wasn't really loud enough for anybody to hear me, so I felt like I was just playing whatever I wanted to play. And I kind of played some of those the last songs that you just heard. And I'm doing exactly this. I'm tuning up, and out of the corner of my eye through the door, I see one of those stretch Hummer limos pull up, and out get like 15 bachelorettes. They have the sashes and the crowns and everything, and they come in and they sit in the back. They're not really saying anything. They're doing tastings, and they're doing their thing. I'm doing mine. Play a couple more songs, and I'm tuning up again. And out of the corner of my eye, I see one of them coming up. She's walking up to me, and she says, "Hi, do you take requests?" And I told her what I tell everybody. If I know it, I'll play it. I don't know a lot of them. I don't know a ton of songs. But if I know it, I'll play it for you. She says, "Well, everybody knows this song." I said, "All right, lay it on me. Y'all have heard me play for about an hour. You know what I sound like." She said, "Okay, so it's Whitney Houston's." I said, "Just stop. What have you heard me do that made you think I do Whitney Houston?" She said, "Well, everybody does this song." I said, I don't. It was a real upbeat song. I think it was "I Want to Dance with Somebody." I said, "I don't know that song. I'm sorry." She says, "Okay, well, we are on a bachelorette party. Could you please play something fun?" And I said, and for the only time in my life I ever pointed at my tip jar, it was right here, and I said, "Sure."
you tip me, I'll do what you say, right? She rolled her eyes and she walked away. So the next 3 songs I played were the slowest, saddest songs I could ever possibly think of. Fast forward to last year, I did a little music tribute series to all the genres that have influenced me in my life: folk and country, R&B and soul, jazz, blues. And during the folk and country song show, we did this song. It stuck around for a little bit. It's about as close as I get to Whitney. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I will think of you each step of the way, and I will always love you. Oh, I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry, 'cause we both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. I hope that life will treat you kind, and I hope that you have all you ever dreamed of. And I wish you joy, oh, and happiness. Oh, but above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. 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 Don't tell anybody I sang that. It's a secret. Back in my Philadelphia days, I played an old blues bar. In your mind, you think blues bar, you think maybe some barbed wire, fencing up in front of the band, cheap drinks. Nope, this place was high end. It was not your typical blues bar, but I would go down and I'd play every other Friday night for happy hour and then get a free education in blues music, watching all these great bands from all over the country come in and play the the evening set. Sometimes, if I was lucky, we would all hang out after close, and we'd close all the blinds and sit around and play music until the sun came up. It's called Walking the Dog.
I got an aching head, them whiskey shakes, an empty bed, that's self-made. Bite marks tracking down my throbbing veins. A man's best friend who wants to do it all again. I spend all night searching for the break of dawn, roaming the streets, walking the dog. I got moans and groans from my head to my toes. What happened last night, Lordy, nobody knows. Don't mind me, I'm just the walking dead. I got silly voices in my head. I spend all night searching for the break of dawn, howling at the moon, walking the dog. I said the Sazerac whiskey going straight to my head. That's my poem. Well, last night started out feeling fine. Woke up this morning to the second line. So I grabbed my guitar, my coat and hat, trying to find out just where I'm at. I hitch me a ride just as far as I can to the next spot and do it over again. I spend all night searching for the break of dawn, howling at the moon, walking the dog. Yeah, I could take the dog for a walk, baby. I say, bartender, let me get one more Sazerac, please. I don't wanna go home just yet. Don't make me go. Very much. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me, y'all. I got a couple more songs for you. Don't forget, I'm right around the corner at Square State Brewing tonight from 5 to 7. I'll do an entire Whitney Houston set. Come on down. If anybody's interested, I do have some CDs and some vinyl over here. I'll help you out as soon as the show's over. There's a tip bucket there, but don't feel it's necessary, but anything and everything is greatly appreciated. Helps get down the road a little bit further. This is called Even God Gets the Blues. I hear the shuffling, I hear the pacing from the apartment upstairs that I can't afford, where there must be a path going forward and back and forth all across the floor. I know now even God gets the blues. It was all over yesterday's front page news. Even God gets the blues. I felt the tremble in the water. Lord, it keeps getting stronger every day. Well, now first it was a pebble, now it's a boulder. First it was a ripple, and now it's a wave. I know now even God gets the blues. It was all over yesterday's front page news. Even God gets the blues. Well, not long before we saw that rainbow sign, God said Noah down and gave a piece of her mind. She said, you pack up your bags too of everything, 'cause when you see me coming, there's no telling the hell I can bring you. Even God gets the blues. Yeah, you wake up tomorrow, read the front page news. Even God gets the blues. Oh, not just like me, just like you. Even God gets the blues. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Even God gets the blues, y'all. Thank you very much. One of my best friend's dads, dad? I don't know what that is. His father, but anyways, was worked in Pittsburgh. He worked in the coal and steel mills out there. And later in life had a lot of health problems. Maybe it was the job. Could have been the after hours lifestyle. I don't know, but thought about that life that he had to have worked living out there, and wrote a song about it. It's called Rusted Belt. Kick off the covers and fall out of bed. Hot rotted coffee and a Percocet. Oh Lord, yeah, the work ain't never done. The steel don't sleep, and rarely do I. Burning up in a rust belt fire. A life that's worth living is long overdue. My rusted belt just don't shine like I like it to. Smoke, soot, and fire tied to my skin. Remind me of the hell that I'm a living in, oh Lord. Yeah, as if I could forget. Not a hammer striking, sparks fly, jobs are moving south, so am I. Yet I gotta get out while the getting's still good. My rusted belt just don't shine like I wish it would. My rust don't shine, 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 like you used to do. Now overtime and weekends and back-breaking pay sure enough will lead me right down to my grave. Oh Lord, Lord have mercy. Get ready, here I come. My rusted belt just don't shine, but it's all I've ever known. My rust don't shine, 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 like you used to do. My rust don't shine, 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 shine. Shine, 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 like it used to do. Thank you very much. I'm going to finish you out on a very special song of mine. I don't think I have a hit song at all, but if I do, this is the one that's a hit song, just because it's the one that has the most streams. So that's how we measure music nowadays, I guess, in terms of streams. I like to think of it as an art, but I'm not in charge. So my wife and I we were staying with my mother for a couple months in between apartments, and I was practicing my guitar one day, and she wanted to go out for a jog, so she left, and within minutes of her leaving, a huge thunderstorm came through, and it was just pouring down, raining so hard that the streets were flooding a little bit. And I went out underneath the carport about this size, and I'm looking up and down the street, and all of a sudden I see her, this wet head, come flying over the hills running. She's just soaked from head to toe. She says, "You couldn't have come and got me?" And I was thinking about it. I was thinking about going to get her. It's the thought that counts, right? That's what I was taught. I figured that if I went and picked her up and she got in the car wet, the seats would have got wet, she would be more upset about that than me not coming to get her. But I had my guitar around my neck, and when she said, "You couldn't have come and got me," I just randomly said, "I was waiting for the rain to stop." And as soon as I said that, a light bulb went off in my head. And I went inside and I started working on this song. And the reason why it's a very special song to me is it's a song about my journey in getting sober. I've been sober now for almost 6 years. I don't want to count the chickens before the eggs hatch. But I put in a lot of hard work. And it's good to see colors in the way that they're supposed to be. So this is a song called Temperance. I was waiting for the rain to stop. I've been waiting out the rain. I've been waiting at the storm to pass me by so I can cross the river. I've been waiting for the river to dry so I can come back home, crawl across the bed and fall asleep in the arms of temperance. And so if you don't mind, stop wasting my time. Change your ways, give me peace. I've been waiting for the tides to change so I can see the mud below my feet. I count the waves crashing to the shore to remind me I still got a heartbeat. So if you don't mind, stop wasting my time. Change your ways, give me peace. And if you don't mind, you stop wasting my time. You change your ways, you give me peace. I'm in need, oh, I'm in need of a change. Oh, I'm in need, yes, I'm in need of a change. Oh, I'm in need, yes, I'm in need of a change. I just wanna come back home. I've been waiting for the river to dry so I can come back home, crawl across the bed and fall asleep in the arms of temperance. Thank you for letting me share my songs and stories with y'all today. Just as we scripted, just as we practiced. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. Come around and see me at Square State tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm so happy to be in your town today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another, y'all. Peace.